Trying to play a draw up the right. It's not turning much, but it's going to be on grass. Nice, favorable kick. It's a nice problem to have, isn't it, Paige?
The amount of detail that is required now and the data that the players can utilize certainly paying off. Didn't look as confident through the ball as you'd expect. Hit up on it a little bit. Didn't look as confident through the ball as you'd expect. Hit up on it a little bit.
With a driver for most players, so this is a fairway wood for Leona. Lost that in the sun. Boy, that's nice to say. And Florida nearing the weekend after the last 2 weeks. That's a very similar line to Lexi's.
And another chance to get the lead outright. Yeah. Leona for birdie.
Oh,
she's a great putter.
I thought you meant go
off balance follow through there,
Jerry.
Well, yeah, that's a given. Yeah. Lexi downwind.
Well, we've gotten accustomed to seeing Lexi do things that most can't do.
That a 3-wood 245. The help in the wind that's on this hole, it seems to have died down, which is just unfair when you play the downwind holes and it gets lighter. But that was really hit nicely. That's a good line. Putting from the fringe, rolls pretty good through the fringe. You do get a little hobble because it's such a hearty grass, and that'll leave just a basic tap in for birdie for Maguire.
In her first start of the year, that was over on the other coast here in Florida. Now Leona to take the lead at 11 under. I'm going to give it to her.
So a lot could still happen in the final round tomorrow, but not as much as could happen over 2 rounds. Might just be that little extra bonus you need to overcome the pressures of trying to get the first win. That the right side, soft bounce. It's going to be just fine on a great. Get up just a hair. Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, for some people, yes.
Yeah.
A little into the wind as well today.
Okay, oh, you see why she's looking anxiously, because it was flirting with that left side and an absolute beauty on a long par 3. That, Paige, to get to 13 under.
Didn't really get a good look at it. We were working on my equipment, but nonetheless. All that matters. Ooh, what a good stroke holding that finish. You never see a putter make a putt when they recoil quickly, almost without fail it misses, but when they hold that finish.
Well, on a 202-yard par 3, she's got little more than a tap in. The lead is 2 for Leona in this 3-round event, day 2 of 3.
Yeah, well, it was extended, I guess, but the first year, the COVID year, the original COVID year, 2020, basically didn't count. You got to play, but the only way you could improve your status was winning. They didn't carry it over into one super season. But it's a great chance for someone like Leona to get experience and many others, but really have a hard time controlling the trajectory, thus the amount of distance you get because of the height and the wind. They can keep them quite low when they need to and hit them quite high when they need to. This one turning a little left, though.
Just a little.
Just a little bit of movement left. Oh, that's tracking. Just need a little more speed. That was dead center.
She finished in the top 6 and really set her off on what was a career-changing season.
Even though with that, it's going to play shorter on the second shot, but it's a little more difficult driving hole, especially dead into the wind. This is right edge. Months and years of planning isn't quite there. They've done an amazing job in getting it ready, but I have not seen a leaderboard. I haven't seen anybody looking at a phone either to get scores. Just posing a little on that one.
Oh, wow.
She may be posing with trophies as soon as tomorrow afternoon. Back at 16, Maguire for birdie.
Up the hill into the wind, a little bit of turn in it, and there is a scoreboard right off the screen that you can't miss.
She held that follow through again, Jerry, like you mentioned.
Yes, she did.
Back at 16, Maguire for birdie.
Up the hill into the wind, a little bit of turn in it, and there is a scoreboard right off the screen that you can't miss.
She held that follow through again, Jerry, like you mentioned.
Yes, she did. Oh, she's striking it pretty well. Get up a little.
This has been fun to watch. This is video game golf.
All right, Leona with another great chance.
Just came off left from the beginning.
Today, Leona Maguire, after making her par putt comebacker, leads by 1.
That's a nice little draw up the right side. I think all three of these players, because of the wind, with drives in the fairway, at least we know Lexi can, but Nordquist and Leona will be able to cover that water quite easily on the second shot.
A rule change came after that would have not been a problem at the time.
Leona Maguire.
Most players spend their entire career hoping that they are not namesake of a rules change. You don't want a rules change named after you, but that is definitely the Hannah Nordquist rule.
Sometimes if you're not fully decisive, it gets a little...
Wasting no time, Leona. That was her third on the par 5, so that to get to 13 under. Just a couple of feet for a 2-shot lead for Leona Maguire at a 65. Bogey-free 65. I dare say she'll think, you know, like so many players do afterwards, it could have been even a couple better.